Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new day of All Creator Live, and I am back playing more No Man's Sky. Had to clear my throat there a little bit. But yeah, we had a little bit of a hiccup trying to start the stream today. For some reason the internet wasn't being that great. It was kind of so-so, and then I noticed all of the frames just started dropping like crazy. So I'm like 15 minutes late, but to those who are currently watching, if you go back into my videos on the live section in the archives over on YouTube, if you go into the live section, you'll see like a 5-minute video where it's just saying, we'll be starting soon, but then it never happens. Because I realized, oh crap, alright, well, maybe I gotta restart my laptop. And there we go, now it's working alright now. Sorry. Still, digesting some lunch. I have a couple of snacks here. I have, some energy drink that I borrowed from my sister. She doesn't know. I took some. I'm gonna tell her eventually, but it's one of her dragon fruit energy drinks. So hopefully it'll give me the burst that I need. Today was a pretty difficult day at work. I mean not like in general, like things have been happening around the house or something. No, it's just a lot that I had to deal with. So I'm looking forward to playing this new expedition. I don't know how hard it's going to be. It doesn't seem like it'll be easy. It's not necessarily being touted as a relaxing expedition. But yeah, we have the new expedition. It is available now, the Voyager's expedition. It's supposed to be centered around the new Corvette ship and all the new things that you can do with this recent update. So I'm looking forward to getting into it and playing and seeing exactly how much they've improved with all of the recent updates they've been doing. Well, not updates, but patch fixes and things, you know. Because as you could kind of tell when I was demonstrating all of the new Corvette stuff, last week when it first came out, the very first day that it came out, I had a little bit of some problems here and there, but yeah, they've been working on it, and hopefully all of the main problems have been fixed, at least enough to hopefully get this expedition up and running so that people can enjoy it and, you know, go crazy with it. So it's been over a day, and I don't think they've done any kind of patch updates related to the expedition yet, because the expedition started yesterday. But let's hope that that's because there haven't been any patches necessary, you know? But yeah, all of my save data has been full. I am 100% full on everything. I don't have a new slot available to start this expedition up from scratch, so I'm going to have to go in with one of my old saves, and I'll demonstrate how to do that as well. I've never demonstrated that on this channel before, so I guess it's a good thing that I can demonstrate exactly how to do that. But as you can see now, they've done it again. They put the little thing saying how long we have to do the expedition at the bottom of the screen, which is good. I like that when they had that there, and over the past couple of expeditions it hasn't been there, and I've been like, alright, well, now we just don't really know how much time we have until we get into the game. But no, there we go. Now it's back and showing us how long we have, We have 6 weeks to complete it, which is around the same time as we usually have. And to those who are uninitiated, the way I handle each leg of the expedition is there are technically 6, but there are only really 5 milestones of every expedition to complete. Well, not milestones. What is it? It's been so long since we've done an expedition. Phase. There are technically 6 phases, but only 5 of them are really necessary. The 6th one is just the completionist run. If you've been doing everything up until the 6th, it's automatically unlocked. But, yeah. Because of that, I have each phase dedicated to an individual stream. And, that means today we're going to be starting the first phase of the expedition, and then next week we're going to do the second. So it's typically good that we get 6 weeks because of the way I do the expeditions here on my streams. It's basically takes up about 5 weeks, and 6 weeks gives us plenty of time in case there's any kind of hiccup along the way, you know? Alright, so to get started on an expedition from a already created save file, what you're going to do is just head on into the save file. This is the save file that I made for the Normandy expedition, which was mostly to get the Normandy frigate, which was a crossover between Mass Effect and No Man's Sky. It didn't really take that long. As you could see, it took like 7 hours. I'm sure it could take even less time, but if you had completed it, you got the Normandy ship, frigate, and this awesome helmet, which is mainly what I wanted. I wasn't too keen about the Normandy ship when the expedition came out, because I'm not really a Mass Effect player. I'm not huge into Mass Effect. But like after the expedition had been complete, I'd been seeing people with this golden Gek helmet, and I'm like, dude, how do I get that? And then I realized it was part of that expedition. I was like, oh man. So yeah, I completed it all in 7 hours. Got it all done, mostly just to get this helmet, and then after I did that, I never looked back at this save ever again. And as I'll demonstrate here in a moment, as you can see, I kind of just like put down a whole bunch of things all willy-nilly quickly in this ship just to get it in there because it was required of the expedition. I think the funniest part is like over here we have all of this stuff just kind of plastered over here. I just threw it all in without really considering because I wanted to get it done. But another funny part is like over here, I think we were supposed to grow certain plants or do something like that because I just have this here like this. I think I also had either that or it was a different expedition where I didn't really give too much about. But yeah, I had just kind of threw everything in here like this. No really rhyme or reason. I wasn't really that interested in this save data. I just wanted to get this expedition out of the way so I could get this helmet. So I figured this was a great save to, you know, experiment and try this for the first time because I've never done this before. So bear in mind, I've never really started an expedition from a save file before, so this will be a learning experience for me as well as you guys. But yeah, what you're gonna wanna, it's telling me to start the main quest line, and I don't really want to do that, so I'm just gonna ignore the message that's going off right now. So what you're gonna want to do is go to the nearest, well no, it's not the space station, that's right, it's the space anomaly. I think I had that somewhere around here. No, I did not. Okay, well, when you get out into space, you're gonna want to summon the space anomaly by pressing the down button on your D-pad or whatever it is for the other game consoles. And now I can't do it because all of those stupid, all of those things just popped in here. All of those other ships just popped in here. But yeah, you're going to want to open your sub menu when you're out in space. Go over to your space anomaly icon, which you should know how to do that by now if you've been playing for a while. And if you don't, then, you know, you're probably going to have to start from scratch, and that means just play through the normal save as you normally would. Just go through the normal story mode until you unlock the space anomaly, and then once you do, head on into it. The space anomaly is a little different now too, because we have the Corvette ship landing areas over there, so we could end up seeing some really cool Corvette designs in the future. Oh, neat. I very rarely see this wing design, you know, the half circle one. But you're gonna want to go over here to this station. It's the expedition terminus. And yeah, it should ask you if you want to start up the expedition. Expedition 19. Corvette Expedition. Okay, so it's not called the Voyagers Expedition like I thought it would be called. But instead it's called the Corvette Expedition. So yeah, it's 100% themed around the Corvette. I thought it'd be something where the Corvette is just a side thing, just a part of the expedition. But no, it's all about the Corvette. They're really proud of this. I don't blame them. This probably took them a while to figure out. Expedition details. Start an expedition to go on a journey alongside the whole community. The exclusive phase rewards earned on expeditions are available to all saves. Sign up for Expedition 19 Corvette to design and assemble a habitable starship, your home in the stars, and your refuge from the Sentinel Horde. Alright, so when you're starting up an expedition this way, you can select equipment to take with you on the expedition. I'm not going to do that. I want to start from scratch, but as you can see here, you could select technology from your own technology slot. So if you have some really great upgrades and stuff that you would like to send over to this new adventure, you can store it up here to be added to your own technology after the expedition startup. And I think this is literally the limit. I know that you have a lot of space for your technology, but everything you see here, this is the limit as far as bringing it over to your expedition goes. And at the very end of the expedition, you will be asked if you want to convert the expedition data into your current save data, or if you would just like to take things from this expedition and return it to your current save data. Me, since I don't really care too much for this save data, since I don't really care too much for this save data, I'm going to 100% convert it. I don't know how fun this expedition will be, but I know one thing for sure: it's bound to be a lot more fun than the Normandy expedition, which was A, super easy, and B, not that difficult to go through. It was just kind of there. It wasn't really that memorable to me, so the save data isn't that big of a deal. And that's why I said I'm okay with getting rid of this save data if necessary. We'll see how this expedition plays out. If I don't like it and I don't get that many great things, then I won't convert it. I'll just take some of whatever it is I think I want to bring with me to my old save and put it there. But yeah, it's pretty much the same process as what you see here. You know, it's just in reverse. Instead of putting stuff from your current save into this terminal, you're going to be taking stuff from the terminal and putting it into your main save's cargo/technology. So yeah, just to demonstrate that, you could go into this cargo section here of the terminus and, you know, choose stuff that you have in your current cargo on this save data. So like, for example, if I kind of wanted to take this Minotaur Geobay with me, which could be very helpful in an expedition, I could just take it and put it over into the cargo section. Or if I wanted to, say, take... Well, I don't really have that much. Like I said, this was a very quickie expedition that I went through, so I don't have that many upgrades to this character. But I do have this upgrade available. You know what? I think I know why that is. I think it's because that's in my inventory. Yeah, there it is right there. But yeah, if you want to take stuff from your technology slot and put it into your inventory to store into the terminal, what you're going to want to do is go to the technology that you want to store. And as you can see right there, the triangle button is what you use to store it. It might be something different depending on what it is you play. And there you go. You put it into your cargo. And then you go over to select equipment, and it should be there to choose from. We're here in technology, and yep, there it is right there if you wanted to take it with you. So yeah, that's how you transport stuff from your main save to your expedition save. But keep in mind, it is temporary. So if you do want to eventually convert your save data over, then you might want to consider taking things that you know you're going to want to bring over there. Which, to be honest, I don't really care one way or another if I don't bring all this stuff. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but I've always operated these expeditions under a start from scratch basis. So I'm definitely not going to be doing that. I love starting from scratch when it comes to doing these expeditions, which is kind of why I'm a little upset that your save data for No Man's Sky isn't tied to the amount of space you have on your console and or computer. Because if it well, on the computer, yes, it is, but it's a little sad that it isn't like that for us who play on the consoles, because I would definitely be starting a new save data right now to start this expedition, but because that's not the case, you know, I gotta do what I can. I realize there are a lot of other ways to get around it that include the PlayStation's cloud storage and stuff like that, but the cloud storage is only available if you have a PlayStation Plus connection, if you're paying for the PlayStation Plus service, which I am, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that forever, you know? So if I don't do it, I'm afraid of what could happen to that cloud save. I realize, yes, they will hold on to it for me until I'm able to rejoin the service, but at the same time, you know, I don't like taking that chance, you know? I don't like the idea of suddenly being unable to get all of my old save data back because I decided to store it on the cloud and get rid of the save data that's currently on my console. But yeah, I know there are other methods that involve creating folders and things like that. I'm not that technically savvy with my PlayStation 5. But who knows, one day in the future I might look into doing that, because doing it this way, it gets rid of the old save data if I convert it, you know, and I don't like the idea of doing that because I make so many memories with these expeditions and have so much fun doing them that getting rid of them is sad. And not only that, but as you can see from this save data, this particular universe that I'm in right now with this save data, it's populated by a bunch of other players. And even on my way here, you could see that there were people in this universe. And that's actually a very rare commodity to see in most in regular playthroughs. So the expedition playthroughs, it's not only a community thing that you're going through. Once that game is done and once that save data is converted to a save data, everybody else does the same thing. So when you load that save data up, you're not only playing by yourself, you're playing in a universe with a whole bunch of people, and everyone's not as scattered as they usually are when you're playing on a regular save. So that's the other benefit that I find to having a expedition save, converting an expedition save and just having them, is because you end up being able to explore all these populated universes that you normally wouldn't when you're playing on a regular save. You know, if you want to go to a populated universe, you gotta search for it. You gotta really search for it, or try to find coordinates on servers or forums and things like that. And it's not that much of a organic experience as when you're on an expedition, you know, because then it's more of a cherry picking event where you're like, I might want to go here, or I might not want to go to this one because it's not as great. While when you're doing it on an expedition, you're like, oh yeah, I remember all these, I remember all that, all the really interesting things that I saw on this expedition, and all of the interesting people that I met, and all of the interesting universes with all the cool creations that I saw along the way. You're not picking and choosing them. You're finding them. You're exploring and finding them. And I love that idea as an experience, because then when I load up the save data and I see all of the old things that I saw when I was previously on that expedition, I'm like, man, I get hit with like a wave of nostalgia. Like, dude, I remember that. I remember seeing that. I remember doing that. I remember meeting that person. And you know, you don't get that with a regular save data. It's not that a regular save data isn't fun. It's just having the expedition on hand and being able to relive those moments and go back to the places that you once explored is fun. And it's a fun idea for me. And sometimes, well, I haven't been doing that much this year because, you know, I haven't really been finding time to just sit back and relax this year. But when I do have the option, of course I do. So we'll do it this way. Like I said, I'm not that fond of this save data, so I'm okay with getting rid of it. But in the future, we will definitely look into... No, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. But in the future, I will definitely look into doing that and trying to open up more save data. Alright. Don't want to go in with any equipment. Let's just start up this expedition. Begin expedition. Beginning the expedition will start a new journey and place you upon an unknown world. Reach the space anomaly to retrieve stored equipment. You may switch freely between your expedition and primary save at any time. Do you wish to continue? Accept. Alright, here we go. We're gonna get the same introduction we always get. But, yep, enjoy.
Shield kinetic system online. Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational. User initialization sequence complete.
All right. Expedition initialization complete. Expedition 19 Corvette. Oh, see, that's the other thing that's different from starting a brand new system, a brand new expedition with a brand new save data. You don't take all of the stuff that you had with you into the expedition in terms of what you're wearing. You kind of get a randomly generated character like that guy just got. But yeah, I didn't expect that. I was hoping to see a brand new character. Darn. Made me sad a little bit. I was about to say, oh, I can't wait to see what I am, and then I'm the same thing, and I'm like, ah, damn it. Oh well. Community expeditions. You progress. Yeah, all this stuff we already know. But yeah, I guess we're going to be this character. I guess it's okay because I've never really demonstrated this character before. Do I have the same gun that I did? No, this I did not have. This was not the gun that I had. Alright, cool. Because it kind of looks like the gun that I had in that other save data, but it's not... it doesn't have the same design. It has like the spikes in the flesh and stuff, but it's a different fleshy looking gun than this one. This one's got like the crystal at the bottom and the green glowing dots and stuff. So at least that's random, and that's good. Also, it looks like I got the default starship, which is weird. Alright, so let's make our way to our starship. You have awoken at a crash site and your starship damaged beyond repair. Select the link to the stars milestone and start your journey. Right, I forgot about that. It's been so long since I've done an expedition. But yeah, here's the first phase. This is everything we're going to be doing today in the stream. So the first thing to do is link to the stars. And then current objective, ship architecture, assemble your first Corvette, salvage, excavate 5 Corvette modules, cruising, engage Corvette autopilot. Alright, that's going to be super easy. Can't take the sky, warp to a new system, anarchy, defeat Sentinel interceptors. That's probably going to be the hardest thing to do in this first phase. And resist. Sign the first rendezvous station. Alright, cool. But yeah, right now, this is what we're doing. Getting back to our ship. As always. That's typically the first thing you do every time you start up a game in No Man's Sky. I just like the fact that, I'm starting in a desert, but it's not hot. I was worried we were going to have to cut the conversation short and the explanation short because we were on a desert planet, but apparently it's not hot enough to warrant the debuff. I do like the way this desert planet looks, though. I think it has to deal with the new graphics overhaul that they did with this update, but the sand looks really cool. I mean, obviously, it's not the best sand I've seen in a video game. That award still goes to Genshin Impact. But I do like the way it looks on this planet. And I do like that now it shows, like, you kicking up sand and stuff when it didn't before. Either that or the resolution was just so bad before that I never noticed. Alright, so here's my damaged starship. Anyone else here? No, there's my ship. That's somebody else's. Alright, well, let's see what we got in these. This resource gathering is... Oh, what? That was weird. Oh, I don't have an atlas thing. I want to look in these. And that gave me... nothing, apparently. Nothing found, yeah. Here, let's fix this and get some nanites. Oh, it's already fixed. See, I guess that was the one person from before, and that's probably their ship over there. The guy that I saw when I started up. Very interesting that they put someone right next to me. Typically, I don't have that luxury. I am iteration number 4924. Not recognized. Atlas connection not found. Log recovery error. Launch systems unrecoverable. An unhealthy buzz sound from the dashboard. The controls yield and smolder under my fingers, melted by the heat of the fire. Yet despite the extensive damage, somehow the communicator is still online. Receive incoming call. Forgotten me. Forgotten. Because this is us. Because this is the station core's imprint. Because this restore. Because this is... The signal is so compromised that the message is almost indecipherable. Yet this voice, like this ship, feels impossibly intimately familiar. The line goes quiet. Of the voice, only static remains. A packet of data is attached to the transmission. Receive orbital uplink blueprint. Something interesting to craft. Okay. Construct the orbital uplink. Alrighty. Oh, cool. I got an S ranking lattice. Oh wait, no, that's just... No, this is a... Yeah, this is an upgrade to my shield. Alright, let's move it for one. It's not in a very good place. Let me see. I should go right there. Should it be right there? Yeah, keep it right there. We got anything else? Nope. How many? Okay, and we got 2 down here too. Alright, so let's take our bullets and put them down here. I usually like to put things like that, like the usable items like bullets and oxygen tanks and things like that. I like to put them at the bottom so that they don't get mixed in with the stuff and I have to panic to try and find them. Alright, they want me to construct this with chromatic metal. Why did it have to be chromatic metal? Alright, so chromatic metal is typically always converted from... Ooh, we got things to... There we go. Is always converted from earth metals. So to find an earth metal, you have to pull up your scanner like this, and for that it's just like one of the trigger buttons, and look for a certain symbol that kind of looks like... right there. It looks like that kind of, but that's a sodium deposit. That's not an earth metal. The earth metals aren't... There we go. The rare earth metals are typically copper. That's like the most common one in your starting system. Let me see. It's copper. I don't know. Copper is the one that I always go for. So if you're looking for chromatic metal, do your best to try and find some copper. There are others, but they don't really show up in the generic starting systems, you know? The other ones typically show up in the other multicolored systems, like red systems will have, see, that's the thing, I can't remember their names, because I don't really go to the other systems that much. I spend a lot of my time in the more generic systems, because those are the ones that, A, are easiest to get to with your ship. You don't really have to have too many upgrades to get to them. And B, they're the ones that people typically populate, because they're the ones that everyone's typically going to go to, whether or not they're good at the game. So... Oh, right. I don't have any upgrades for my gun to get that. The advanced mining laser, that's what it's called. So yeah, you're going to switch to your terrain manipulator. If you're first starting out and you don't know what a terrain manipulator is, it's something that you can construct by going into your technology systems, and it'll be one of the things that you can craft. Right now I don't have the blueprint because this isn't a regular save, this is an expedition save, but to those who are following a regular save and are following the story, you'll get the blueprint, don't worry, it's one of the main things that you need, so you get the blueprint as you progress through the story. But that's what the terrain manipulator looks like. I forget what it takes to craft it, but as I said, it'll tell you. There's a lot of hand-holding at the beginning of No Man's Sky, so you really shouldn't worry too much about not being able to understand what's going on. But yeah, one tip that I have if you're starting an expedition for the first time, especially this one, which doesn't seem to be holding your hand that much, is if you're looking for any of these rare earth metals and you're digging them up with the terrain manipulator, do your best to make the beam as small as you can, because that way you get the most resources. It takes a lot longer for you to gain the resources. As you can see, this is taking forever, but you get way more, and the more resources you can get, the better. And don't worry about getting a lot of excess silicate powder, because silicate powder can be used as fuel for your terrain manipulator. So getting an abundance of silicate powder is not a big deal. I mean, it might be a big deal if you don't have that much space in your inventory, but it can be used as fuel, so it's not something that's a waste of space, you know? But yeah, if you want to adjust the size of your mining beam, you're going to want to hit the top two bumpers. On the PlayStation 5, it's L1 and R1, or to make it bigger or smaller. I'm not entirely sure what it'll be on other systems. But I know it'll be like the top two trigger buttons if you're playing on console anyway. Okay, and just as I said, don't worry about this. When it tells you you're out of energy, you can just go in here. It'll typically pull up the very first thing you have. If you have ferrite dust, it'll tell you to recharge with that. Do not recharge with your ferrite dust, pure ferrite dust, or any other ferrite dust that you have. The silicate powder will be at the very end of this menu. Scroll to the very end because you may not even see it. It might not even show up. It'll bring these 3 options up by default when you pull up this menu, but I don't have any, so it just defaulted to silicate powder. But yeah, if you do have some, do not use them. It is such a waste. You're going to want to use the silicate powder because the only other thing you use silicate powder for is to make glass, and you can get silica. It's literally just dirt. It's like the most generic thing that it's like the easiest thing to get in all of No Man's Sky. So don't worry about getting rid of it, you know? Don't think it's like, oh man, I don't know if I want to use this. It's used to make glass. Dude, you could just like go outside of you. If you need some glass, just go outside and dig up a small patch of dirt. It doesn't take that much. It doesn't take that much silicate powder to make glass. So don't worry. It's not the rarest metal or the rarest material you can get in this game. That ferrite dust is, well, it's not the rarest, but it's like one of the more annoying things to try and get because you could use ferrite dust to make a whole bunch of stuff. All right, cool. All right, so now we have lots and lots of copper. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Do we have? Nope, we didn't get it. All right, so what we're going to need to do is make a refiner next, but I kind of want to go. You know what? I think I should stay right here, out of the range of. Oh no, I shouldn't. I just realized it's nighttime and it's cold. So back to my ship. Is that my ship? Or is that my ship? That's my ship. Okay, thank God. I'm playing on multiplayer, people, remember. But yeah. Some may question why I play on multiplayer. I don't recommend it. If you're playing for the first time, definitely disable multiplayer by going into your menu options. I'm slowly dying of cold, so I kind of don't want to open up the menu first. I'll show you guys how to do that when I get there. But the main reason why I like playing in multiplayer is because not only can it be beneficial in terms of finding things, because typically people will point it out with the bases that they create, but it's also pretty fun. You know, you never know what's going to happen when you're playing in multiplayer. You could run into a jerk, you could run into nobody, you could run into somebody who knows more about what's going on than you do. And then sometimes when you're accidentally or on purpose fighting a difficult boss, someone will show up to help, and it's like awesome. And then it feels like a real community experience, you know? Alright, so what we're going to do is craft a refiner. But first, as I was saying before, I want to show you guys how to shut off multiplayer if you are playing and do not want to be bothered by people in multiplayer. You're going to want to go over here to your options tab in your start menu. Go to network and go to multiplayer. You're going to want to choose disable, but I'm not going to do that, obviously. And actually, I think this is a good time to take a little bit of a break because I have to use the bathroom. But when I come back, wow, the day really changed super fast. But just another funny thing that happens when you're playing on multiplayer. I'm guessing something happened when somebody joined the system, but yeah, you never know what's going to happen when you're playing in multiplayer. So definitely, if this is your first time, you're gonna want to get used to it. So don't start up a brand new save data and expedition in multiplayer. It can get kind of chaotic sometimes, and you don't want that. Alright, I'm going to leave you guys with some music, and I will be back in about 15-20 minutes. Enjoy, and see you when I get back.
All creator said, "Hello everyone, I hope you're enjoying the music. If you're watching in the archives now would be a great time to leave a like.
Alright, I'm back. Okay, so now we need to craft a refiner. And that one guy is still somewhere. It's a possibility he's new and he doesn't know. Alright. Uh-oh. Hold on. Do I have the blueprint to make a refiner? Oh wait, no, that's right, you don't make it. What am I thinking? Alright, to make a refiner, you gotta open up this menu on whatever D-pad or whatever it is that you have on your console that opens up the technology menu. Your crafting menu on the PS5, it's up on the D-pad, but it might be different depending on what you're playing on. And go over to the portable refiner. And you need to make some metal plating. That's what I was thinking about making. Alright, so metal plating, the blueprint's always by default in your inventory. It's going to require 50 ferrite dust. So what you're going to want to do is find a rock. Typically any small rock will do. I think even like a rock this small. No, I don't think this is a rock I can scan. It's typically going to be something you could scan. There's another person there. I mean, not every rock will do because some rocks are just decoratory, but, you know, just try to find a rock. Oh, come on. I gotta find... there's gotta be a rock somewhere. I feel like I passed several rocks on my way here. This looks like... no, those are orbs. This is a rock. And that's ferrite dust. Okay, here we go. Of how big this was, I was worried it might not be mineable without, you know, an advanced mining laser. But no, it's mineable. Whoa, what? Oh, somebody's already crafting stuff here. Somebody's already made this spot their base. Very odd thing to do, but yeah, sure, whatever, I guess. And we made something over there, too.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Alright, so one thing you don't want to do is pick up those Gravitino orbs. Sentinels get pissed off when you pick up Gravitino orbs. I mean, you could, while playing in this expedition. I'm just warning people who are playing not in the expedition, you know? And I think maybe even these rocks.
Units received.
Yeah. There you go, all these rocks around here only have ferrite dust in them. Typically anything that I encounter will have additional items inside of it. But you know what? That could just be something I'm used to seeing because I play on my regular save data and I have a lot of boosted stats to my inventory and my gun. So, whoa, that was weird. Usually you don't get to go up when you're sliding. But yeah. Alright, so portable refiner. And I need the metal plating. Forget how many you need. I think just one. Yeah. Alright. Make that there. And you take your copper, you put it in the refiner, and then you take... oh, fuck, I need more fuel. I just realized. Alright, let's pick up the portable refiner. I'm going to need to bring it along with me anyway. Alright, any and all trees are what you're going to want to attack If you want carbon. Worms! Flying worms.
Units received.
Yeah, it's probably because I have a very shitty gun to start with. That could be why I'm not getting any additional items out of the things that I mine. Or the option to have additional mining items. It might be something... Oh, fuck. Man, these things overheat so easily. Damn. But yeah, when you're first starting out in any expedition, mining resources, collecting, that's what you're going to be spending most of your time doing. So... expect to see a lot of that. Alright, mining laser, usually you gotta bite the bullet and use some carbon there, but there are several other different forms of fuel that you could use to power that up. Or, you know. But yeah. Carbon being one of the more necessary elements that we're going to be crafting with a lot and using a lot, because it's also used as an oxygen resource, something to help with your shielding and things like that. Don't be afraid to collect as much of it as you want. The dehydrogen is another thing that you're going to want to collect a lot of, so look for these blue crystals here. They are the things that you need to get rid of to get dehydrogen, because that is necessary for maintaining your suit, your life support system. No, we got some buried technology here. That's cool. Ah, we can't get it though because someone's built a base here. Ah. See, that's what I don't like about people making bases in important places. That's another thing that you're gonna wanna turn off multiplayer to prevent. With me, I'm a crazy guy. I don't mind a little challenge. Alright, portable refiner. Can use two different types of fuel, the condensed carbon and carbon.
Technology recharge.
I normally like to use condensed carbon because you don't have to use as much of that. But yeah, you're going to want to take the copper, put it right in there, hold down square to begin, and this should take about a minute and almost 2 minutes to get done. I'm gonna snack a little bit here. Alright, and don't be afraid to make a whole bunch of chromatic metal, because that's another rare earth element that we're going to need to craft things with. Now, you don't craft as many things as you would with things like carbon or ferrite dust, but the things that you do craft with chromatic metal are very important things, so it's good to have as much as you want. Get as much as you can. Save yourself a lot of time and energy, and get as much as you can to start with, because that's something that you might run into needing later on. Alright. Let's make the thing that it wants me to make instead of what I want to make, which is the thruster fuel. The thrusters. Fix those. I keep hitting the wrong button, sorry. Alright, let's make this orbital uplink. This device bypasses the mainstream teleport network, providing a direct link to the local space station. Oh, really? Select the device and use Activate Teleport with Square to instantly transfer to the nearest space station. Really? Well, that's very convenient to start off with. Alright, let's activate teleport. That could be why they wanted me to make that first, because we're about to make our Corvette ship. And that means we won't necessarily need the default ship that we're given, because we're going to be replacing it. Awesome. I'm glad that they did have me make that first, because I was about to make repair this really shitty ship and use up a lot of materials. So awesome. Wait, why am I in first person? Can I not be in first person? What's going on? Why am I stuck in first person mode? Can't I go to... There we go. Oh, whoa, okay. Well, I think I'm stuck. I'm stuck in first person mode. But did I at least finish the first thing? Yeah. Link to the stars is complete. Raise from the wreckage of your ship. Rise, I guess. Collect reward. Alright, and for that we get Corvette Basic Module Pack. Awesome. Alright, I think because I used the device inside of my ship, it kind of glitched me out to where I can't leave first person mode. But that's okay, I don't mind playing in first person. Alright, so now we're going to have to land on a derelict freighter. Oh no, that's that's this. Change back, there we go. Ship log, assemble a Corvette class ship. Alright, so we got the basic Corvette parts. Somebody else is using that other control system, so let's go to the fourth slot at the very end. The other two seem like they're in use. So yeah, here it is. Oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that. Alright. This one's free. Alright. Create new Corvette. I've already done this process in a previous... Uh-oh, what's going on? Uh-oh. This ain't good at all. Resume previous design. Oh no, I'm in some kind of... Leave workshop. Yeah, I'm in some kind of glitch. This ain't good. How do I get out of this? I'd like to say teleporting back to my ship would do it, but my ship isn't here and it's not able to be here because I never replaced the thrusters. Oh, fuck. Dang it. I was hoping maybe that might fix it. Alright, let's try something else. Let's try using the thing again. Oh god, we got all the parts here. Weird. Oh, do I have to make another one? Oh no, that's not cool. And I don't even know if this is going to work or not. Well, let's try. Ah, fuck, no, I don't think this worked. Fuck. Oh no, I'm in some kind of a glitch. This sucks. Yeah, I know. I know what it wants me to do. I just can't do it because of this weird glitch that I'm in. Well, let's try doing a... Nope, this is legitimately... Yeah, I am legitimately in my character still. Yeah, that's the... Fuck, man! Alright, let's try... Reload. See if that fixes it. 'Cause... that was weird. Let's hope this fixes it. It's a little questionable why that happens too. I feel like it could be because I was in my ship. I don't know. But like I said, they still haven't put out any kind of an update. But yeah, we should have it ready to make. I should have the chromatic metal. No, I don't. I still haven't made the... Okay, so this was just before I made the refiner. Alright. We still have the materials to make it. Maybe? No, we need to re-get the ferrite dust and the carbon. So...
Thermal protection falling.
Can't quite remember why we were getting the carbon last time, but we needed it for something. Oh, right, the fuel for the refiner. Alright, so this time when we use the... whatever it's called. The device. I'll just call it the device because I can't remember its name. When we use it this time, let's do it outside of our ship and see if that works, because that was a crazy glitch. I mean, it wasn't game breaking, obviously. I could reload my save data and everything's functioning all right again, but it did kind of set me back a little bit. Luckily, the only really difficult thing that we seem to have to do with the current mission that we're on is fight some sentinels. And that might not be the most difficult thing in the world, given the way a lot of expeditions will kind of make things easier than they should be. Like, they'll give you the proper upgrades and stuff. as you progress through the expedition. So with this current one, with this current milestone that we complete, we won't be getting too many upgrades, but we will be getting those parts for the Corvette. Part of me is wondering if I'm the only one that's encountered that glitch. If I was the only one stupid enough to... Ah. If I was the only one stupid enough to use the goddamn thing. Hitboxes on these things are crazy. But yeah. What? Oh, okay, this is gonna require an advanced mining laser. I don't know why I didn't think it would. But yeah. It's weird that I tend to find glitches in various ways when I'm playing these expeditions. But you gotta understand that that device that warped me straight to the space station, that's a new thing. That's not something that we've had in the game before. So, of course, it being new, there are gonna be some bugs to work out. Alright, let's get in my ship to restore my shield. Part of me kind of wants to repair my thruster to, you know, at least have a ship. Alright, there's the restore point saved. So I won't have to worry about collecting those resources anymore. Alright, let's make the metal plating. And now we should be able to make the refiner. Alright. Fill it up.
Technology recharge.
Put the copper back in there. And now we wait another 2 minutes. Sorry, everybody. All right. Okay, let's pick this up. Okay, instead of... Wait, where's my... Oh, there it is. Instead of sitting in my ship and using this device, this orbital uplink thing, let us instead use it while outside the ship and see if that works. There was a little bit of a hiccup there. Okay, cool. Now we're on the ship and we're not in first person, so that's great. Link to the stars complete. Let's pretend like this was our first time. Alright. Let's collect this milestone. We get the basic Corvette module pack. Yeah, now we can build our first Corvette. Yep, ship architecture. Assemble your first Corvette. I also got the mission radar for free too. I didn't notice that before. Cool. Since once again all of the stations are being used, let's go to the very last one. Nope, those two are being... Oh, fuck. It's the only one that's not in use. Alright, so... I have a feeling I should try and make this quick so that anybody else who wants to create a Corvette isn't waiting for me to get done. I've already expressed how to make a Corvette in a previous... Okay, we only have two, so... Where's the... There it is. It's a very basic Corvette. But like it said, these are basic Corvette pieces, so... we only got one... No, we got two. Okay. And we gotta flip it around. How do we do that again? Alright, right. And we only have one gun. One gun. Right on top. Or do I want to put it on top? Can't I put it underneath of the... rotate, adjust. No. Okay. On top then. Anything else? Right. Alright, I need the materials. Alright, so that should do it. And there we go, the Omen of Flight. Isn't that just so basic? Compared to nothing. Really, like nothing. Swap with current ship. And there we go. Here's our first Corvette. Finish the interior of your Corvette ship. Right. We gotta put in the radar, the free radar we got. There we go. Ship architecture. Milestone complete. Assemble your first Corvette. Quote unquote first. Because this is not my first one. Me personally. Upgrade module acquired. Let's install it. Where are the... Oh. They are all for my gun. Oh, cool. The scatter blaster. I love this thing. My favorite gun. That's an upgrade for it. Isn't that another upgrade? Yes, an S-class upgrade. Nice. But yeah, most of the time whenever you get upgrades in an expedition, I don't know if that means this time, but most of the time when you're playing an expedition and you get upgrades, they will be randomized. So I'm very lucky to have gotten that S-class. But as you can see, I also unfortunately got a C-class, so could have been better. Alright, next, salvaging. Excavate 5 Corvette modules. Alright. Looks like we're going back down to the planet. Let's hurry up and get out of here so someone else can use that Corvette module, Corvette thing. Now, right now I could do the autopilot and tick off that milestone that's later on in this phase, but I want to do everything in order. That's the way I do things on my stream. I know a lot of people will jumble things up and do stuff their way by doing several milestones at once. I'm not like that. I like to do things in order when I can. Sometimes I accidentally do things out of order, and that's by complete accident. But that is for anyone who is inexperienced with expeditions and looking for someone reliable to watch. I'm here for you. Don't worry. I'm trying to make things as easy as possible while also being a bit surprised and experiencing this stuff first time for myself as well, you know? I'm simply a veteran player of No Man's Sky, trying my best to offer as much wisdom about the game as I can. Let's see. We're gonna have to look for a planet that has salvageable scrap, like this one right here. Probably going to go to that one. You know, that one's a mutated planet. This one is another good one for salvageable scrap. Ancient Bones. That's not good. And that is a moon. It also has Ancient Bones. Alright. Oh, wait. I don't think I checked this planet. Oh, no, I did. This one is a mutated planet. I don't want to go to the blue one. It looked pretty. I don't know why I thought I saw a planet over there. Where's the blue one at? Again. I definitely would like to go to that planet. If I can. If I could remember. No, that was the mutated planet. Ah, screw it. You know what I'll do? I'll initiate autopilot, but I will not leave my seat. That should not trigger the milestone to happen. I think it was this planet here. Yeah. What else does it have? Frost crystals? So it's a frozen planet. Oh, no, this has a dissonance on it. So maybe not this planet. Not only is it cold, but the dissonance increases the spawn rate of sentinels, and while the sentinels aren't, and the sentinel themed dissonant locations aren't a problem because they don't attack you unless you attack them, it's still taking up space on the planet, you know, and that's making it probably going to make it more difficult for Alright, I think that was another player. It was, okay. It tries to its best. If you're playing in multiplayer, it will warn you when a player is nearby so that you're not caught off guard if the player decides to initiate combat. So that's what that was all about. But yeah, if you go to a planet that has dissonance on it, it takes up spawning rates for certain things like salvageable scrap. Salvageable scrap needs a bit of open space to spawn, so you're going to want to go to a planet that has salvageable scrap and is kind of a normal planet. I do not want to go here because it has aggressive sentinels. That's going to be annoying. Man. Wow, all these planets have aggressive sentinels. Except for the dissonance planet. So we might as well go there. It'll be a little bit more difficult to find the scrap, but it will at least be more peaceful. It'll be colder, but more peaceful. Let me check the requirements on that one milestone first to make sure I don't accidentally trigger it. Ah, okay. I think we're going to have to initiate this because I don't see any other way of doing this that won't initiate autopilot. Because even if you engage your system, it counts that as autopilot. So yeah. This is not the blue planet I saw. Was I seeing things when I saw that blue planet? I don't think I was. Oh well, all the other ones have aggressive sentinels, so let's just go to the one I marked. Alright, so when I do this, it's going to initiate autopilot. And I'm sorry to those who want to do this in order, but ah crap, I gotta get away from the space station. You can't engage your pulse drive if you're near any large ships or planets. Alright, so this should trigger the milestone because this is technically autopilot. I do not want to check out what that space signal is. It could be anything, including a freighter, and I don't want to go onto an abandoned freighter right now. Okay, so it only initiates autopilot if I was to leave the seat. That's good. That's what I was worried about. Alright, so we can do this in order. Good. I was sitting there thinking to myself, oh man, I don't want to demonstrate this now. Oh goodness, and we're flying into a storm. Oh man, was that... fork... Okay, I went right through that and I didn't get hurt at all. I want to try and find a building to land near so that I have some kind of landing space.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Okay, I'm not colliding with anything. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tradon by Nerb. What the hell? Okay, the storm's clearing. That's good. Maybe we'll be able to see. Okay, we can see. Alright, let's take a look here. This ship's a lot faster than the Corvette I made in my other save data. Alright, here we go. Here's an automatic landing spot. There we go. That should save on fuel. I'm pretty sure Corvettes have fuel, just like a starship. Let me sit up here. But yeah, that's why I try my best to look for buildings, because buildings will sometimes have landing areas that you can land at and not waste fuel for your thrusters when you take off from them. This is also a trade center, so they should have some pretty cool stuff to buy. And let's see what they got. Yeah, this is an extreme planet. That's not good.
Extreme night temperature detected.
Alright, maybe not. From the way this establishment looks, I don't think they have anything to sell here. This is just a guy that probably needs help. I don't know any Korvax language right now, so to have no clue what he's saying. The life form pecks empathetically at a monetary figures on their pad, then bounces up and down. A warm and pleasant scent fills the air, a relief after the bitter cold that rages outside. Wow, that's actually kind of accurate for the planet I'm on. I was expecting something generic, but there's a little bit of a descriptor to this one. Okay, so apparently he's pretty excited about what he has on his pad. Pat them on the head, so condescending. But I don't know, I don't think anybody would be upset with getting free money, so the life form is clearly thrilled. They give me a piece of technology in exchange. Cool, well, I could buy something. It's not that great, but it's something. It looks like a pulse engine. Oh. Well, I can put this onto my Corvette. It does act like... Oh, my ship is out of range? Really? The Corvette does act like a regular starship. So, starship pieces and starship upgrades are available for them. An ocular array. That typically means it's going to point me in the direction of something else if I solve whatever puzzle it has. Okay, so it's going to transmit me to something else, and I have to solve this puzzle in order to get the transmission. This is a very common puzzle. 1 2 1 2 2 1 2 1 1 2 1 2 2 1 2 1. And now it's going to point me to the location of another, I don't know, building? What is it? Building... Oh, it's off planet. That's gonna be annoying. Because until I go there and get whatever it is, it's going to keep telling me to go there. And I hate it when things do that. Because it just takes up space on my display, my HUD. Alright, so now we can scan for salvaging equipment. Yep, there it is over there. Probably not the best planet to be doing this on because of the extreme temperatures. And apparently there are jerk animals on this planet too. Great. Alright. Oh, they display their health now. That's something that I never really...
Incoming storm.
Okay, well, looks like I'm going to have to get into my ship because there is a storm heading this way. And it is bound to wreck the shit out of me because I don't have
Thermal protection falling.
adequate shielding. I guess this could be some alone time with my Corvette to maybe upgrade it or something. What else can I make in here? I can make... You know what? A lot of this might have something to do with stuff that I do in the future, so I might want to just wait till the storm's over. But yeah. I really do wish that I could make myself some better shielding for the cold, but I don't have that blueprint, you know? Hazard protection and whatnot. But let's see, what do I upgrade this? What kind of an upgrade is this? Ah, it's to my pulse engine. There we go. It's also damaged? Oh, yeah. The hyperdrive's damaged. Interesting. Wonder if fixing it has something to do with a future milestone. Might have to hold off on that. Because it typically isn't damaged. When you make a Corvette, your hyperdrive is... You know, it's a regular hyperdrive. It's not damaged in any way, so there has to be a reason why this one's damaged, and it's probably involving an expedition milestone. You know, with how easy that first planet was, I was half expecting it to be the one that I could find the scrap on. I'm thinking it was this one. Yeah. So maybe we should go back to this planet. It's most definitely going to be way more difficult to find the scrap here because of how cold it is,
Extreme night temperature detected.
and B, because of how annoying the creatures are going to be. So let's go here. Even if there are angry sentinels here, there's no guarantee they're going to be all over the place, you know? It's also kind of a surprise, too, because that's the starting planet. Aggressive sentinels on a starting planet? Man, that's harsh, really. I'm like, dang, I'm glad I didn't run into any. Aggressive sentinels are sentinels that attack instantly regardless of what you do. Even if you don't do anything, if they see you, they attack you. Now don't get aggressive sentinel status mixed up with... there's a status that's worded kind of the same way. It's not aggressive, but it's, they don't use the word aggressive. They use, something that means multiple. I think that's what it is. I think it's multiple sentinel activity. Sometimes when I see multiple sentinel activity on a planet, I treat it like it's... Okay, there we go. There goes a nice place to land. Nicer than most, anyway. But yeah, whenever I typically see that on a planet, I sometimes confuse it with the aggressive sentinel status. And, you know, I kind of steer away from the planet, but I tend to forget that it's not the same thing. And of course, there's a sentinel right outside. I'm not in here. Go away. I would like to demonstrate how aggressive sentinels are, but I'm gonna be honest, I really don't want to fight a bunch of sentinels right now. It's still right there. It's like right outside. It's confused. It's like, where did this come from? Is there somebody on this thing? This is another reason why I wish I could have made some windows, because I'd like to be able to see where it is. How far away it is and whether or not I'd be able to... There it is over there. I think it could sneak away. Going over this direction. Man, there are jerk animals on this planet too? That sucks, man. Alright. Alright, yeah, oh fuck, now we gotta go back. We gotta go around the jerk animals. That will probably see me and chase me. Not him. Apparently he's a okay dude. Go away. Bad animals, go away. If I kill you, the sentinel will definitely know where I'm at. I'm just kind of happy that the weather isn't bad here. However, I do have to... Ah, fuck! There's one right there! It spawned. Thank goodness that bug isn't a jerk. Or is it? I don't know. It might be. There's a lot of really shitty things on this planet that I did not encounter when I first started. Oh, cool. Well, at least this is a good set of salvage material. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Really? Like right near what I need to dig up? Fuck you. Go the other way. Go away, creature. And of course, my earpiece wants to pick now to be annoying and tell me that the battery on my earpiece is dead. Just keep saying low battery, please charge. Oh my god. That's 3. Let's get away from that sentinel. Even further away. Great. And now I have to change my earpiece and hope that that sentinel doesn't come over here or another one respawns. Living on the edge here, guys. And there we go. Alright, since that's over there, and we gotta go onto the other side of this hill. Let's live underground for a little while. This is dangerous to do. To anyone watching, don't do this. The hell? Ah, bedrock. Oh, man. Does this place gotta have both shitty animals and aggressive sentinels? Well, you... Oh my god, no, are you kidding me?
Sentinel drones activated.
Alright, you little fucking creatures. Oh my god, what the hell? How the hell did it do that? There it is. Hell, why are they everywhere? And where is... Yo, Emerali, it's good to see you. Hello and welcome. Fucking goddamn creature. Get the hell out of here. But yes, hello Emerali, it's good to see you. Sorry, but there are a lot of asshole creatures on this planet, and I'm trying to kill them. Because they're all being jerks and ganging all around me. You are very welcome. How is your day going? Alright, where the hell's the... There it is. Oh, Amir. Okay.
Amaral,
It's good to see you. I'm sorry. I didn't realize who you were at first until I looked over on Twitch.
new voices.
In this expedition, yes, I did. In my main save, yes, I have, and I played around with it. You should check out my archived video about it. It was a fun experiment.
Technology recharge.
But yeah, this was not a very easy milestone because all of the planets here suck ass.
Can you come pick me up?
No, I cannot.
Amaral said, I think it can have multiple players.
Yes, it can, but I cannot come and pick you up. I'm in the expedition.
Why not?
Because I'm in the expedition.
Amaral said, after the expedition.
That's going to take like 5 weeks, dude.
Amaral said,
Nah. But yeah, you said you don't even have the update, so... How am I supposed to find you if you don't have the update? Yeah.
said, it might be impossible actually because of region differences.
Well, it's not only that, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with, the fact that I'm inside of a separate save. This isn't really my save, this is the expedition save. I wouldn't want to do that anyway. I'm not really much of a multiplayer of this game. Like, when I'm playing in my regular save, I feel a lot more safe because I have a lot more material and I'm stronger and I don't have to worry about dying over and over. But,
Amarali
yeah.
said, so what are expeditions?
Expeditions are it's a system that you can follow in a brand new save that is kind of like going through a story that they make up at Holo Games for you to follow. The creators of this game, Hello Games. They create a little scenario that people get to follow to either learn the new mechanics or just to have a bigger challenge than usual.
How long are
Well, depending on how long you want to play them for, they could take anywhere between one or it can take a very long time or a very short amount of time.
Can they be done multiplayer?
They can be done multiplayer, but I don't recommend doing them in multiplayer. It's a lot less fun that way. It's way less fun. They go by way faster. I kind of like doing these solo, you know?
Said. Okay, something has gotten faster. These messages wouldn't get to you this fast before.
I don't really know what that could have been. I can't tell you. They are getting a lot faster. I've just noticed that too when you mentioned it. I didn't really I couldn't really talk to you like this before. That's very odd. I don't know. I don't know if Twitch did something. I mean, they recently did do a purge of everyone's highlighted videos, so that might have freed up some resources over at Twitch headquarters, and now things move a lot faster there.
Said. Hours till updates complete.
Oh yeah, I'm probably going to be done playing by then. But either that, it's not only that, but I don't like playing these expeditions with other players. Because like I said, they make things go a lot faster, and it's a bunch of stuff that's pulled together to where if somebody else does a bunch of milestones, I'll end up getting them done. And I would rather demonstrate how to do the milestones live on my stream than have somebody else go and do them all while I'm trying to do one milestone, you know? Alright, so I just finished up this milestone, salvaging, excavate 5 Corvette modules. Let's pop it off, see what we get. Corvette window modules pack. Yeah. Oh wow, there are way more windows than I thought there were. So you can unlock windows for your Corvette that these don't look that different from each other. Maybe they are, and that's just the generic appearance for the icon.
Has this expedition been going on?
It started yesterday, and it'll be running for the next 6 weeks. So, like I said, I like to complete each phase of the expedition per stream. So this week, I'm starting with phase 1. Next week, I'm going to do phase 2, and then phase 3, 4, 5, etc. The final phase is just a collection of everything else being done. So I'm going to be doing this expedition for the next 5 weeks, pretty much.
Said. No, I mean, how long have you been doing it?
Oh, this is my first day. This is phase 1, so this is the first day of me doing it, and I started 2 hours ago, so. I mean, obviously, people out there know how to do these a lot faster. I'm just explaining things a lot more. The story is that you start out on a desert planet, and you're not given the resources to make your, to fix your starship, but you are given a blueprint to make something that teleports you directly to the space station. That's a new device, by the way. We never had something like that before. So you use it, and you instantly get teleported to the space station, and from there you are given the pieces to construct your own starship. So I think the main story involving this expedition is the kind of, you know, the journeys that people depict on TV and on sitcoms where a guy creates it, or a guy gets a junk car and then fixes it up, and it's like a whole adventure that they go through to fix up their car. This is basically what this expedition is. It's you're going on all kinds of adventures to find pieces to fix up your car, and do things like fight sentinels and stuff like that, which was a huge problem just a minute ago, because this desert planet I'm on is riddled with all kinds of asshole animals and aggressive sentinels. So I gotta say, it's not the easiest expedition to start out with. If you do plan on doing this once the update's done, be very cautious, because The planets that you start on are very unforgiving. And one of the first things you have to do in the first phase is fight some interceptors, which are basically sentinels that you fight in space.
Amirali said, "Don't the expeditions go away after their time?"
Yes, you only have those 6 weeks to complete the expedition and get the prizes for it. Let me see. What's the final prize for completing this expedition? Oh, here it is. Mecha Mouse Companion Egg. Oh, yeah. It's a brand new pet. It's like a little robot dog, basically. It's kind of cute.
Said, "I hope it's cosmetic."
It's a pet. The final prize is a pet, but you get other prizes as you complete each phase. Like phase 5, you'll get Shipwreck Corvette decal plans. So that's decals for your Corvette
Amirali
and banner.
said, "Can I have it in any save M?"
Yes. Once you complete the expedition, all of the expedition rewards will be available for you to get at the space anomaly. The Quicksilver vendor will allow you to access them. So you speak with the Quicksilver vendor and you go to the expeditions reward section and you will have access to whatever prizes you unlock while you're on the expedition. Alright, so let's complete this next thing. Those are 2 players. Don't worry, they're not sentinels. It's just alerting me that there are players nearby. Alright, so the next thing we gotta do in phase 1 is engage autopilot. It wants us to try the autopilot out for the first time. So let's go to another planet. Preferably one that'll help us complete the next mission, which is can't take the sky, warp to a new system. That's another player flying by. Anarchy. I guess we could just travel to another... Well, we got to go somewhere to another system, so we're gonna have to repair our warp drive. Ballista unit prepackaged Dyson pump. Supreme Starship weapon upgrade. I'm thinking that Supreme Starship weapon upgrade might have something to do with our hyperdrive. So let's warp back to the space station via autopilot and get that and pop off that milestone that way. Alright, so we do this for 30 seconds, and that should... Look at my cape going crazy. That should pop off the milestone. Oh, man. Well, that took a lot. That was a lot. Oh, no, that did it. Awesome. Flight path, flew 100. Oh, wait, no, this is different. This is a different milestone. I just popped off another milestone by accident. Well, that happens. Sorry to anyone who wanted to fly along, who wanted to follow along. It looks like I popped off something from phase 3 by accident. And we got a bunch of really cool parts for our Corvette. That's cool.
Said, "Something about this game makes me emotional, makes me realize a lot of things is like I'm smoking something. I mean, I have never smoked anything, but it just makes me realize how inconsiderable we are of the universe and how much there is that not only us but the human race will never get to see or explored.
Alright, so another 15 seconds and we should be good. Yeah, I hear you, Amir. I 100% get that feeling a lot of times when I'm playing No Man's Sky. But more than anything, I get that feeling when I'm just, you know, zipping around through space having fun. Wow, 30 seconds of space travel and I'm all the way out here. Alright, let's head on over to that space station again. I did not think it was going to be that fast to get there. I was hoping it would take up at least 30 seconds. Alright, let's go into the space station. Pop off that milestone and see what rewards we get. And if we get anything to repair our hyperdrive with, that'll be good. I don't. I think I've heard about it. Is it that one where you can actually land on the moons and stuff and build kind of bases and stuff? I think it's supposed to be something like a habitable base creator or something. Oh my god. Okay, that. Oh my god, that was a glitch. Okay, I had a feeling that's what that was. Yeah, I think I've seen gameplay of that. Why am I not docking? What the hell is going on?
Amarali said, "How is April?"
April's doing good. Sorry, I'm just a little upset that this isn't working. I'm hoping this isn't a permanent problem and I won't be able to get inside of here.
Send my regards.
I will, if I can. Alright, so the space station seems like it's a no-go. I don't know why, but it doesn't want to land there. Alright, now let's go back. I promise this many bugs don't normally happen. I'm just experiencing some really bad luck today, apparently. I swear. I love how it says docking, but it doesn't initiate it. I'm like, why? Can I land, please? What the fuck? Will you get away from the space station, please? Ugh. I'm so tired of this fucking ancient ruin popping up. Let's just go there. Another goddamn storm.
Amaral said, "Are you sure you need to be affiliated with the person and more stream resolution options? I watch another stream who is also small, but he has everything from P to P. I mean, I might be wrong. Maybe you could get affiliated while being small."
Yeah, I don't know. That's just something everyone tells me, so I'm just going off of what they say. Also, if you look it up on Google, I'm pretty sure it says that too. Yeah. According to what it says here, Twitch can automatically create multiple resolutions or transcodes from your stream, but this isn't guaranteed for non-partners. So, yeah. Because I'm not partnered with Twitch, I don't usually get multiple resolutions to choose from. And to those watching over on Twitch, I am very sorry. I wish there was a way for it to happen, but the only way that I've found that it will lower the resolution is if I was to stream at a lower resolution. And I don't know, that does not seem very fair to those who can have a higher resolution stream. So.
Weather update.
Actually, that
Storm
guy had
clearing.
something go his way today. He played Dota primarily, and he makes guides for a certain character in Dota today. In Dota esports, someone carried his team using his guide.
Oh.
Said, "Well, that sucks."
Yeah. I hate to say it, but I feel like that's the only way that I'd be able to have a lower resolution on my stream is if I streamed at a lower resolution. That'd be great, but then a lot of the stuff on my stream you wouldn't be able to see. A lot of the tiny words and stuff that are popping up on the stream,
Amaral
you definitely wouldn't be able to read them at a lower resolution.
have to ask him.
Alright. And I think if I go up here, it should get rid of the... Or maybe it's already gotten rid of it. I don't know. Oh, you can't move the orbs anymore? Oh, no, you can. Okay. You can't shoot them and move them, though, for some reason. Weird.
You stream on YT, no, is it the same deal over there?
Radiation protection.
No. Over on YouTube, it does give you an option to change the resolution. But from what I can tell, I think the other reason why it does that is because I use Restream to stream to both. So that could have something to do with it. But I don't know. I used to stream primarily from my PS5, and doing that I could only stream to Twitch. So I used to only stream to Twitch. And I had that problem back then too, so you know, I'm pretty sure it's just because I'm not partnered with Twitch. So, but as I've stated a long time ago, that makes sense. They don't want to give those kinds of options to everybody on their platform, because when they do, it takes up a lot of their server space. And as we can already tell from the purges they've done, they apparently don't have a lot of server space to house that much information from people who just willy-nilly create a Twitch stream, you know? Because then that means hundreds of people can make a Twitch account, and they can all be they could all be streaming multiple resolutions at the same time that people can choose between, and that sounds like a lot of problems for Twitch to have to deal with. I don't know if they want to deal with something like that.
Said, no mods, no bans, ID, no IDads.
Don't do that, Amir. I like the Dino dancing thing, but it's like, I don't know. I'm just glad that my text-to-speech does not read out each individual dino. Alright, so that was that milestone. Let's pop it off now. I wanted to do it at the space station, but for some reason I can't land at the space station, and I don't know why. Okay, so let's see what that Supreme Starship weapon upgrade is. I thought it was a... Oh, yeah, it is a weapon upgrade. Crap. Cyclotron module? Ew. Yeah, it is the Cyclotron. I'll take it. Better than nothing. There's an upgrade for it. And another upgrade for it. That was a B. What's this one? Apparently... Oh, cool. I don't use the Cyclotron that much. I don't know how it fires. I can't remember now, but it looks like it's something that has to be charged. I don't like that idea, but... I don't know. I guess I'll have to get used to it. If it's something they want me to do on this, then it's something I will do. That's another interesting thing about the expeditions. They tend to put you in situations you don't normally put yourself in when playing this game. So there can be a bit of a challenge to it, I guess.
Amirali said, I don't think a company like Twitch would have any problems distributing resources. They make a lot of money and stream is all the...
Yeah. But then, I mean, if that was the case, why would it be an issue for them to house so many highlight streams, you know? Why did they have to purge so many from their systems in order to support their servers? Makes no sense. But I don't know. Once again, it's still not working. I really don't get why that happened. I don't know why this is happening. But it's definitely not making me happy, that's for sure. I hope I'm not going to need anything from the space station, because it looks like I'm not going to be able to enter it anytime soon. Alright, next up, we're going to be flying to another system. Hopefully I'll be able to use the space station there, because the one here seems to be broken. I don't know what's going on with it. But oh well.
Said, after those are gonna stack up with all the hour-long streams being high quality and there being lots of creators.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm not Twitch, I can't say. Alright, leave the initial star system, but in order to do that we're gonna have to repair our hyperdrive with a microprocessor. So let's make a microprocessor. For that we need a nano cable. And for that we need carbon. So like I said, when you get the chance, make as much carbon as you can. Because it's one of the main ingredients for a lot of things. I need 3 of them. Okay. So that means I'm going to need 2 more nanotubes. Alright. And now let's fix our hyperdrive.
Repaired. Technology repaired.
Hyperdrive fixed. And it's full, so we can warp to the next system. Wrong button. Alright, so let's go into our galaxy map. Okay, so following this green line will take us over to the first rendezvous point. So let's head for the first star system connected to this waypoint trail, and it's called the Squeakule. Is that what it's called? All right, so we got another expedition where people are naming the things that they discover. That makes me happy. I usually like to see some inventive names from the community. The Squeakle, like chipmunks, like the Chipmunk movie. Which one was that? Was it that one? Was it the second one? I think.
It's very rare.
Yeah, it is. Usually people don't like to name the things they discover in this game, and that makes me sad because it could be funny, you know? Alright, so here we are at the Squeakle. Chipmunks 2, the Squeakle system. Alright, can't take the sky. What is going on? The Sentinels, they're scanning me. Well, I guess this is a better time than any to get into a fight. Okay, so it's like a buckshot. Hold still. It seems more effective on the shield than it does on the ship itself. Alright, so I was 1. So I gotta kill 3 of these guys. Next one's gonna be here in a minute. Oh, I think it's 2. Nope, it's 1. Why are they coming in like this? Normally the interceptors don't act this way. I'm wondering if it's based on what's going on with this expedition. Like I'm getting bullied by these guys or something. Just some regular jerks that don't want me to fix my car up. Yeah, they got better shields than normal interceptors too, so I think they're tied to the expedition, and that's pretty cool. Alright, and here comes the last one. It's all alone again. Yep, this is what I'm saying. This one's tied to the expedition. There ain't no way they're typically like this. And they don't normally repair their shields that fast either. There we go. Oh, there's another one. Okay, so there's more than one this time. Okay, so I could fight them. Nope, he's leaving. Okay. That one gave up and ran away. I wonder if he's gonna go get some buddies, and we'll see him later on. I didn't catch his name either. That'll be cool if that guy shows up later on in the expedition. It's like we beat up his butt. You know what? That was probably like a biker gang or something. Supposed to be like a biker gang showing up like, yo, this dude's got a cool ship. Let's beat him up. Let's hijack his ship. But yeah, I don't typically see interceptors have shields that recover that fast.
Amarali.
So that was definitely tied to the expedition.
I'm doing some research and it's making sense. K videos need a lot of storage, but the numbers Google is giving me are all over the place. One site says an hours long K video is 2 GB, but another is saying TB hard drive can hold from hours to hours of K footage, implying that each hour would be 2 GB.
Oh.
Zed. It's I don't need sleep, I need answers.
I don't need sleep, I need answers. That's a good way to think about it. You know what? I probably couldn't dock at that other space station because it was full. That could have been why. Because every starship, every space station only allows for 4 Corvette ships to dock at them. So that probably wasn't a glitch, it probably just wasn't letting me dock because there was no space. But yeah, I think that's it for the first phase. I think I'm done the first phase, because if I remember correctly, that one with the interceptors was the most difficult one. Yeah. Next, what we gotta do is we gotta make our way to the next rendezvous, well, the first rendezvous station. And that is just an issue of how much fuel I have. And it doesn't seem like we're going to need to make that many jumps, so... Alright, we got a couple new parts to put on our ship. Ooh, I've never seen that one before. Heavy scaffolding. And we got these parts. Oh, did we get these off of the guys we were beating up? Or do we just get them... Oh, we got them because we popped off the expedition milestones. Oh yeah, don't put yourself through that. I would just take their word for it, if I'm being honest, because it's not that big of a deal. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I get a little upset that not everybody can see my streams on Twitch because of the limitations of their PC or their internet. I have a good friend named Ocean of Stars that used to watch my stream all the time, but he had to switch to a different internet service provider, so he doesn't check out my streams as often as he used to.
Nah, man, this is lawsuit opportunity.
Alright, if you say so, dude. You do you. Alright, let's put some of these new designs on my ship, since we only really need to get to the rendezvous point next. I've got some time to just chill out and build stuff. Oh, cool. Do I want to put them as inventory slots or technology slots? Well, I still got a lot of room in my technology, so... Oh wow, they gave us a lot. Nice. Yeah, it was 10 slots. Awesome. Normally they don't give us that much. I think the most I've ever really seen is 10. Or I mean 5. Not 10. So that was Can't Take the Sky. And Anarchy. Which automatically happens when you go to your first star system. And funny enough, it's the It's Chipmunks 2, the Squeakle star system. I'm sorry, I just can't get over that name. Oh my god, I haven't checked the planet names yet. Let me check out the planet names. Furray, Wildertis Manor. Oh, Wildlertis. I don't know, I don't think that's a unique name. Roar Gamma. And Nasui. Yeah, I don't think these are... Yeah, I don't think somebody named these planets. I think these are just default names. That's depressing. They named the system, which is pretty funny. The Squeakle. That's pretty funny. No, that's 3. Wait a minute. Chipmunks 3, the Squeakle?
My poor GPU, I have recording software and one is set to open, the other is set to P, and they both started up when I launched Minecraft.
Oh.
Rosalie loves you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Said, hey, I want to ask if I can make same art for your channel if it. Rosalie loves you. Said, I do like photos, channel animation, intro, outro, channel, promote stuff like that, etc. Rosalie loves you. Said, can you drop your Discord?
Jeez.
Rosalie loves you.
Nope, that's not welcome in the slightest. Just, man, you should have just seen that, Amir. A bot just popped in and instantly started dropping multiple messages that just, it seemed like they weren't going to end. I had to ban them. They instantly started asking me to check out their Discord and stuff like that. You know, they were soliciting, they were advertising that they wanted to do artwork and stuff like that. Like, obviously a bot, but you hate to see it, you know? You know, that reminds me, a friend of mine, I'm trying to help them out. I'm trying to help out 2 friends, actually. The one needs help with their channel, and the other one is an artist who hasn't had a commission in a while. So I'm trying to help them out by getting them in contact with my friend who needs help with their channel. But it's kind of like a slow process. I referred them to my friend, but now I'm just waiting for my friend to get back to me so I can let them know if they want to work with them or not. But I've never really done this before, especially with like friends, and it's never been an issue of doing it with work because somebody else is the middleman that handles all that stuff for me. But now I'm like doing it not when I'm at work, but I'm kind of like, I just see a friend that needs help and I'm doing it. I hope so too, I honestly do, but I've never really experienced this side of this kind of work, you know, because I would love to help a lot of my friends out, a lot of my artist friends, but I don't know too many people in real life that have popular YouTube channels or somewhat popular YouTube channels. So I can't really help them out that much. And if I do know people that have some slightly successful accounts, they typically don't need the help, you know? So if I can help this guy get some exposure, that'll be great, because I feel bad every time I see him post on Blue Sky about not being able to find work, and you know, it just makes me feel sad that I can't help people more often. So if I can help this guy out, it'll really be a confidence booster, I guess, to my own self-esteem, because like A lot of times I feel helpless when I see people in trouble and I can't do anything, and it makes me sad. Like, this person, this bot, I know it was a bot that just popped in and just started randomly asking me to buy their artwork, but it reminds me that there are real people out there that are in trouble and need help with finding things like commissions or work, and I can't help them, and I wish I could help them. Because believe me, I'd do everything I could if I could help people. But I'm just never in that position, and it makes me sad. So I kind of feel for a lot of the middle managers that I have to deal with at my other job right now.
Get you mad.
Yeah. Like, I tend to feel like those guys have the easiest job in the world, but I mean, when it comes down to it, you never really know how easy a person's job is until you actually experience it in some way.
I also feel terrible when my hand is short of helping.
Right. It's a bad feeling. I know a lot of people that would say things like, "Oh, it just helps you appreciate the things that you have," and I'm like, well, yeah, I'm always going to be able to appreciate the things that I have. But there's no getting over the sadness of seeing people in trouble and not being able to help them, you know? I should get my mind out of this headspace and continue with the game. Alright, so we popped off those 2 milestones. Let's take a look and see what we gotta do next. We gotta head out to the rendezvous point. And I think our warp drive is full, and we should be good to... Excuse me. We should be good... No, this is not my parking space. My parking space is down there. I'll just run to it. But yeah, should be easy to get to the next rendezvous point since my hyperdrive is full. But let's see how full it is. Oh right, I also wanted to upgrade my ship with new parts. I totally forgot. Alright. I want to get rid of this stuff up here, because if we got more stuff, I kind of want to make it bigger if I have... Yep, I have 3 of them. Good. Alright, so let's kind of do this. And we got some space up here for... Oh no, we only had 2 of those. Okay, well that's fine. And we still have these 2. I could still attach them. Yeah, a very wide ship though. I'm okay with that. I don't mind. Alright, what else did we get? High energy shield. Oh, that's cool. We only have 1. Let's put it in the center. Right here. Did we get any other cannons? No, we still have just the 1 cannon, dang it. I don't like the way that looks up there, if I'm being honest. I wish I had 2, so I could at least put 2 on the side, you know? Okay. Where else can we put this? Do kind of need this though. Here go all the other shield. Whoa. I got 2 of these. Okay, cool. That looks pretty cool. I like this device. I hope I can get something like that. My main save. Those look pretty neat. No. Continue. Alright, what else? These thrusters. I only got 1. Oh, that sucks.
Said. Yeah, alright, anyway, I have 2 2-minute footages of Minecraft. One is KFPS gameplay and the other is PFPS webcam gameplay is MB times to get an hour, it's GB per hours, and the webcam time is GB, giving us GB of microphone voiceover for good measurements, meaning TB of storage can hold hours of high quality Twitch footage. Raleigh said. Why do I go after answer? No one asked the questions too.
Right, you're kind of talking over my head here now, dude. I'm sorry. I wish I could help you out with whatever you're trying to figure out, but it's like, I don't know what to tell you. Ooh, I kind of like that. Yeah, that'll work. What else we got? Do we got 2 of these at least? No, we only got 1. That won't work. We need 2. Yeah, that won't work. 2 of these, 1 of these. Darn it. Ducting joint. A piece of structure for... Okay. Oh, does this at least increase our size? Corvette class starship. Assemble a Corvette. Oh, there are 2 of these. Okay. Well, let's put them on the back here. Dedicated Corvette workshop aboard any space station. You know what? I'm gonna put them on top here. I don't know why, but I feel like that would make more sense structurally, you know? And what's this? Heavy scaffolding. We got 1 of them. Maybe put it on top here. If I can. No. Yeah, that looks kind of junky anyway. I don't think I want it on my ship. Oh, cool. Like a fin? I can't put it on top of the... Whoa! Scared the hell out of me. Oh. I only got 1. Oh, fuck. I can put it under... Why can't I put it under here? It's gonna block my exit. Stupid. Well, if I can't put it on top of there, I kind of don't want to put it anywhere, so... If I had 2, maybe I could figure something else, figure something out with that, but I don't. Only have 1 of each? Shit. Can't put anything on top of there. Alright, well, let's get our gun back on here. There we go. kind of want to put this on here, but it's a little too rounded. It's going to go into the engine, so... Whoa, why is... Wow. That looks way different than it does in... Okay. Well. Okay. And you got no space for any other windows, so... Oh, wait. Oh, we could put stuff on the back, too. If I had more glass. What about this free one? Oh, I get 2 of them. Okay. Do I want to do that? Nah, maybe not.
Here is the thing: Twitch stream all resolution differently possibly, but they only save the highest resolution the streamer provides, meaning when they want to stream every resolution they compress the original video and stream that, so they only use hardware not storage, and for VODs they also do the same, compress and send requested package over. So really I don't know what I'm after, sorry, I'm just speaking over myself.
You're okay. I get it can be confusing sometimes.
I could have not written this message altogether, but I've already wrote it, so here you go.
Ah, no, you're okay. I get the gist of what you're saying. Alright, there's my new ship. You know what? I didn't think about this before, but I can color it too. What color should I make it? Ooh, yeah, let's go with that. And we'll make it... Well, let's do weather colored, because this is kind of a junker, so...
Amirali said, I want to see the ship stay where you are.
Okay.
Amirali said, I am a turn video on.
Alright, I'm giving it color now, so forgive me if it's not complete.
Amirali said, it looks like a battle tank.
It does kind of look like a tank. I didn't mean for it to look like that, but I'm kind of feeling it now, so...
Amirali said, what class is it?
I think it's like a C class because it's, like I said, it's a junkard, so...
Said, is this the one you had to repair?
Yeah. Let's continue modifying. I don't think I colored everything. Nope, I got everything colored. Okay, cool. Apply edits. Oh, there we go. Advanced. Oh, that was one of the milestones. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
What category of ship does it fall under?
Let's take a look here. The Omen of Flight is what it's called. Authenticated airship. It's a C class. They're called Corvette ships. As far as what their what kind of ships they are, what kind of class they are. Oh, we got the fancy interior on some of these. Oh, why is it's kind of busted on the side here. Oh well, that's fine. Yeah, these two areas are pretty fancy. I didn't think that they'd be that. Oh well, that's good. That's okay. Oh, can we go up though? Can I get us a ladder or a staircase to go up? Can we go into the... Nope. Okay, I was wrong. I was thinking those two things that I put on it from the outside were... I thought that they were more like more area that you could walk around in, but nope.
Amirali said, "Oh wait, this is a Corvette. I thought it's just a ship."
No, it's not just a ship. This is a Corvette class ship. Well, yeah, it's the way it's looking for now. I'm bound to change it the more I go
Amirali
deeper into the expedition.
said, "Do they come in a wide variety of sizes?"
Well, you can make them yourself. They're customizable. You collect the pieces and then you put them together. So they could look any way that you want them to look. They could be small, they could be big. It really all depends on your imagination. So another player, I don't have to worry. Unless they start shooting at me, in which case I would have to worry. Alright. So next we're going to our first rendezvous point. Not entirely sure where that is, but I'm sure we'll see some very interesting names to the solar systems as we move on. Oh yeah, I have to unlock this milestone that I accidentally
Said, "Do
started.
they need deep pockets?"
By that do you mean, are they expensive, or do you mean how much can you put down? I'm sure there's someone who's invested time into that, but I don't think they require that much space.
Amirali said, "Are they expensive?"
Not in my opinion, no, they're not that expensive. 'Cause they cost units. The parts to them, you can only buy the basic materials, and those are, well, I guess you could say they are pretty expensive. What's that? Okay, no, it's another player. Never mind. I guess you could say they are pretty expensive because the parts are, I think the cheapest one is over 100,000 units. So it's anywhere between 100,000 to
Amirali
a couple million units.
are freighters cheaper.
Freighters? Well, I would say the parts to a Corvette ship are about the same amount of money that you would pay for a freighter. So take that what you will with what you will, you know, because units are super easy to get. If they were nanites or quicksilver, then I would say yes, they're very expensive. But you spend units to buy the basic parts. So I would say no, they're not that expensive because units are super easy to get.
Said, "I don't care about the parts, the ships themselves."
No, it doesn't work like that. They're not ships that you could just buy. It's just parts that you can buy, and then you put them together to make a ship. That's the way it works. Think of it like Lego. You don't buy a Lego
Amirali
piece,
said,
you buy the set.
"Bro, that's sick."
Yeah, it's pretty easily explained when you first start up your save data. It'll guide you to your space station, whichever one that's closest to you. And then when you go to the space station, it'll highlight the area where you can buy the parts for your Corvette. And then once you buy the parts, it's the same module that you use to craft the Corvette. So it'll just basically tell you make your own Corvette.
Okay, I'm guessing you are gonna need some mandatory parts like a cockpit or an engine room.
Yes, that is something that they alert you to. They won't let you finish the Corvette construction unless you have certain basic materials. You need landing gear, you need to buy landing gear, a cockpit, a hull, 2 engines, and a gun. And that's it. All of the other pieces you can get to your leisure. But you can buy all of them in the basic menu. If you want any other parts, you're gonna have to find them.
Said. So like if you want to make bare bone literally the cheapest Corvette possible, how much would it be?
Let me see. I'd say you would be spending roughly 20,000 or 20 million units. Between 15 and 20 million units. Though there are ways to glitch. There are ways to glitch your Corvette. I've seen some videos of people glitching the Corvette to where you only need like 2 parts.
Maybe I should make my base first.
Yeah, maybe.
Amirali
But yeah,
said. A second floor would be good.
I guess. It's up to you, dude. Alright, let's pop off this milestone and see what we get. Oh boy, a bunch of plants. I guess that comes into play
Amirali
at some point in the future.
said. That how early into the game I am.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm betting that comes into play later on.
Amirali.
All those plants I just unlocked.
Alright man, I am a go sleep.
Oh, okay.
Amirali said. Night night.
Alright, Amir. Thank you again for stopping by. It was good to see you again. I'm glad you're doing alright. And, you know, don't think too much about it when you start up your save data. It's not really that complicated or expensive to really get a Corvette ship. And not only that, but it's not necessary, you know? It's just a side thing. But if you do want to craft your own Corvette ship, the tutorial for it is very easy. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Sleep easy and have a great day. Great weekend too, because I probably won't be streaming until next Monday. Alright. So let's continue the expedition. And to do that, we gotta go to the next star system. I think we're gonna need about 2 more jumps after this one. I think we'll have enough fuel. But if not... Alright, let's see what the name of this star system is. I hope it's funny. Ah! No, a default name. Gosh, Marak, you jerk. Name your discoveries. Don't just find them and take away that ability from other players. It's a really jerk move. Gotta come up with some funny names like everybody else does. Admittedly, Chipmunks 2 the Squeakquel isn't the funniest thing in the world, but it is kind of funny to see. Or Chipmunks 3, whatever it was. Let me see, what was it? Yeah, Chipmunks 3 the Squeakquel. Who was it that named that? Marsh the Fox, you're the man, dude. You keep doing you. I hope I see you again in the future of this expedition. And I hope you're making even funnier names. Motor Jorm. Kashmir. Ah, this Kashmirik guy. Here's Marsh the Fox again. Roar Gamma. I don't think that's a name he made up. I'm just happy he did something for the solar system. Alright. Nasperat. Undiscovered. Unknown planet. Undiscovered planets. 2 undiscovered planets. Let's do it. Let's do the funny. This can't be right. I see other people on this planet. There ain't no way this is undiscovered. You know what? They probably landed here, but they haven't uploaded the planet name yet. Oh shit, look at all these hexagonal creatures. Alright, let's first contact. Bada boom. Alright, now we can be the first ones to name this planet.
Incoming storm.
But of course I want to go inside and not get caught in the weather. There we go. Alright, what are we going to name this planet? What are we going to name it? I don't want to take up the name from other people and not make it something funny. Let's do a Futurama-esque reference. Everybody knows Futurama. Not something lewd, you know, because that can be reported. Oh, you know what? Salty Meat Planet. Manwich Planet. Better. That's better. My Manwich. Wait, how do you spell sandwich? Alexa, how do you spell sandwich? I'm stupid.
Sandwich is spelled S-A-N-D-W-I-C-H.
Okay, so it's W-I-C-H. Okay. I was gonna spell which as in which one. My Manwich. There we go. Yeah. There we go. I'll leave that planet open for someone else to name. I at least named one thing. Renegade all creator. Great. Alright, next system. Very flat looking ship right now, that's for sure. I might want to make it a little more diverse. Maybe put some engines If I get more engines, I'll put them on. Oh my god, the cargo bay just opened wide up. Ah, man, another dumb name. Ah, this Kashmiric guy. So uninspired. Alright, no inventive names here either. Alright. Last star system. Oh, wait, I forgot to go to the space station here. Where is it? You should always go to each and every space station in every solar system you visit. Not just because... Oh, you know what? I haven't been doing that. Oh no, they're expensive. I don't want to. I completely forgot. But yeah, not only because when you're doing that, you can. Ow, fuck. All right, I guess it's full there, maybe. Yeah, it looks like it might be full here. But yeah, not just because it's... How can I put this? Not just because you can get a free inventory slot. Well, not free, but not just because you can pay for an inventory slot at the space station, but because visiting each space station is important in case you want to go back to a system that has something you might be missing from the system you're currently in. Jesus Christ, that's loud. Whew. Alright. Let's step out here. I don't know what that weird noise is, but I don't like it. There's a weird beeping noise in this space station. Purchase basic modules, trade advanced modules. Oh right, I forgot to mention that to Amir. If you don't like the modules that you can purchase, you can trade modules to get better modules. Alright, dude, I don't like that noise. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's pissing me off. Let's get the hell out of here. Alright, that's all we had to do to visit that space station. Now let's head out to the last warp location, which should have the rendezvous point somewhere. And that's all we gotta do now, is find the rendezvous point. This can be easy or hard depending on the planet, so wish me luck, everybody. But yeah, it was good to see Amir again. It was very difficult though, I gotta say, trying to talk to him while focusing on the game. I was getting a little flustered there. I was like, oh shit, I don't know what they're saying. I gotta focus on what I'm doing right now. Oh. So the rendezvous point is at the space station? Okay. Begin docking. This might not be easy. Oh no. I don't think they thought this through when they were making this expedition. How many people were going to need to dock. Okay, nope. I don't think we can. Alright, so the rendezvous point was the space station, right? Let's see. Sign the first rendezvous station. Alright, so yeah. I think all we really had to do was get to it. I don't think we... I don't think we have to go in. Yeah, nope, we're kind of very much not going in there. Alright, I guess it's full. Let's see. Dissonance planet, hexagonal planet. Doesn't seem that dangerous, but also does not seem that interesting. Dissonance detected, fungal mold. Blighted planet. Yeah, no. No thank you. I think I might just go to the hexagonal planet. Oh, there's another one here. Salvageable scrap. Incandescent planet. Aggressive sentinels. Ugh. Any other planets in this system? I want to pick a place to just sit down and chill while I do the ending monologue. Aggressive. All of the planets that have salvageable scraps also have aggressive sentinels. Isn't that terrific? The hexagonal planet might be our best bet. Yeah, let's go to the hexagonal planet. I'm not going to be able to land there. I don't know if, wait, what is this? This one, Traveler Imprints. Sign the first rendezvous station. Sentinel authorities have become actively hostile towards Traveler entities. Yeah, I kind of noticed. Traveler entity starship trade has been forbidden. Interstellar travel is dangerous. Is that why we got the interceptors coming at us like we did that one time? So is that what's going on with the story? Imprint your iteration signature at each rendezvous station core. A mass collection of traveler signatures with each rendezvous system is required to restore natural sentinel travel relations. Universal traveler imprint progress 83%. A suggested path to the rendezvous is marked on the galaxy map. A significant journey may be required to reach the rendezvous. In space, access the galaxy map. Yeah, I already know how to do that. But does making contact with the space station qualify as imprinting upon it? Sign the First rendezvous station. I don't know if I've done that. That's the thing. I made contact with the space station and the rendezvous point symbol went away. So that could mean that we were successful. I don't know. No, it's still showing. It's still showing that symbol. So maybe not. Ah, good. Now we're finally able to land. Yeah, there was a space freed up. Oy. Part of me feels like I might just switch to a regular starship. I realize the challenge is doing all of this from our Corvette, but waiting around like that might take forever. Might be a little too much, you know? Oh, fuck, I forgot. I could just go to... Alright, so... I guess there's someone I gotta talk to then? Oh, it's up there. It's the big eyeball computer thing. Whatever it's called. I would like to sign as well. Cannot invite... Oh no, I don't want to invite them to anything. I want to sign the thing. Atlas error on surveillance uplink glass. Anomaly definition. Data lost. Directive suppress anomalies. Directive cleanse anomalies. Directive target anomalies. I'm gonna sign this petition that tells you no, don't do that. This petition is important. Read it. Imprinting. Traveler, all creator. Anomaly definition. 83% restored. Alright. Just one of many signatures needed to complete this milestone. And that finishes phase 1 of Expedition 19. Alright, so I don't want to be a jerk and take up one of the parking spots. So let's head on out to that hexagonal planet. And, you know, since we don't have to build a base, I can just hang out in my... Where's the... Oh, I think it's over here. So I could just hang out on the planet and relax in my Corvette instead. Alright, I don't know where the hell the teleport things are, but they weren't there. Oh well. I'll just walk over to my ship, I guess. It's a long trek, but I can make it. So yeah, to anyone playing this expedition, please be mindful of the fact that each space station does not have a lot of parking space for the Corvette. And the majority of the people playing this expedition are going to be trying to do so in their Corvette. So once you finish signing the petition at the space station, leave the space station and let somebody else get into the space station to sign the petition. Because we won't collectively be capable of finishing that milestone until all of us are able to sign the petition, and we won't be able to do that unless we can get into the space station. Alright, so this is the most peaceful planet in this star system. So let's go here to just hang out. And now I don't have to really worry about building a base or anything during this expedition because I'm already flying in a base, technically. There's a building over here. Let's take a look. See if I can get a free landing spot. Oh yeah, no, definitely not a free landing spot. But definitely something interesting. Let's look around some more. You know what? I just realized I don't think these strange planets even have buildings to land near. So I'm gonna have to bite the bullet on this one. Oh no, I don't want to land all the way over here. Ah, crud. Meh. Whoa. This planet is named Balak. Oh. Shit. Alright, let's head on over to this thing. I forget what these things will give you. Well, the atmosphere around here is a lot weirder than I remember. I've been on a planet like this before, but I don't remember the weird wobbly bits in the air. That what you yeah, like this right here. I don't remember those. That's new. I don't know, this planet just could have that in general, could just be unique to this planet. Alright, let's find a better spot to park than that. There we go. Not 100% flat with the ground, but still pretty cool. Alright, awesome. I'll go on top of my ship. I want to get a nice picture. Alright, let's see, what gesture can I do? Yeah, that's good. I like that. Nice. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Cool. That'll make a nice, forget what it's called. Oh, cool! We got a mouse. That was a milestone as well. Let's go ahead and unlock it. Also, resist is unlocked now, so let's see, what was it? Yep, there it is. Well, aperture, expedition reward received. Alright, fun. Okay. Sign the first rendezvous. Corvette hull module pack. Awesome. We got another module pack. That means we can make our ship look different. Even more different. Speedbird fairing. Speedbird fairing. Oh, we got two of them. Okay. It's just it's the same item, just two of them. Very cool. And now let's see what we get for the entire phase completion. Corvette blueprint poster plans. Built to last poster plans. big rig poster plans. Nice. Bunch of posters. That's cool. Oh, can you put posters up inside of your Corvette? Let's take a look and see. Where would I put them, by the way? Oh, maybe here. I know that we can decorate the inside of our Corvettes like a base. So, yes! Oh, neat. Awesome. Oh, they're kind of wonky. Can I turn? Okay, I can turn it. Is this upside down or... Alright. Yeah, I think that's the right way. I hope it is. Yeah, it was. Oh wait, no, the blue's supposed to be on the bottom. It's upside down. Dang it! I don't like that you can accidentally get rid of the room you're in. That's kind of scary. There. Awesome. The Adventures of the Gold Gek. This is gonna be a fun one, I can already tell. I'm a little more experienced than I used to be when I was doing expeditions at the beginning, so... Alright, let's make like a table set somewhere. Maybe right here, right next to the radar thing. If I have those decorations. No, I don't. That's right. By default, you don't have that many decorations. Alright, well, I kind of want to do things this way, so... These are new windows, too. I don't have these in my main save, so I haven't seen these yet. They're pretty cool. Oh, I do have to save, though, so... We've got to construct a save point. Need some metal plating. You know what? Since we have these here, and I don't want to override them, let's put these in here. Why not? Oh, I don't have two. Okay. There we go. What does it say? There we go. Now this. And there we are. Game saved. Alright. So that does it for the first phase of the Corvette expedition. Out of all these things, I would say that Anarchy was the hardest one, but surprisingly, this one, salvaging, was the most difficult one, because the planets that you first start out on, or at least the ones that have the salvage scrap available, are all super difficult to find stuff on. They either have really bad weather, really shitty animals, or very aggressive sentinels, or they have all three. So good luck getting this one done. It's probably the hardest one to do in the first phase of this expedition. But it's doable, you know. It's not the most impossible thing. It's just you gotta know how to avoid detection and know how to deal with those stupid aggressive animals. Them dang jerk animals. The jerk ass animals. Alright, so yeah, that one was the most difficult. The Anarchy one I would have to say is the second most difficult, but luckily when I encountered another interceptor that showed up during this fight, it decided to fly away. So hopefully that's the way it's programmed, and that happens for you as well. If more than one interceptor shows up, just defeat the 3 that you're supposed to defeat, and then wait a little bit. If any interceptors that are left over afterwards fly away, they might. I don't know. That's what happened for me. I was at like a 3-star rating in terms of Sentinel wanted stars, whatever it is they're called, like the wanted system in Grand Theft Auto. Like, I had 3 stars, and they all went away after I destroyed the 3rd interceptor. And the other interceptor that I saw decided, hey, I'm not messing with this guy, and just flew off. So just give it a little bit of time. They'll fly away, and you'll be back to 0 star rating, and the Sentinels won't fuck with you anymore. So, all right, the rest of these, super easy, very hand-holdy, very easy to do, and always remember to claim your rewards. Go into the expedition section, just hit the confirm option on the milestone to pop them off before you start another one, because if you don't, you might be missing something. It's not explained to you, but sometimes the things that you need to complete a milestone will be given to you for free in a milestone that is previously undertaken in the expedition. So that's the reason why I like to try and go in order, because it avoids any confusion on that part, you know? All right. Let's go ahead and head on back to the main menu. Save again, just in case. I know I already did, but you never know. It's always good to try and save. All right, let's head on back to the title screen. Ooh. The microphone here. Alright, there we go. Alright, so again, I want to thank Amir over on Twitch for stopping by and saying hello again. It's been a while. Sorry if I sounded a little aggravated, especially when you first got here to the stream. But I was dealing with some pretty messed up fighting, you know, pretty angry animals and angry sentinels. It's kind of scary, to be honest. It's on edge. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to answer all of your questions, and I wish you the best of luck in starting up this new expedition, as well as learning what you can about the Corvette system. And to those watching in the archives, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, share the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're ever wondering what it is I'm going to be playing or when it is I'm going to be playing, you can always check the posts tab over on YouTube. I like to keep it up to date. And tomorrow I'm going to be posting a new poll as to what it is I want you guys to vote on me playing on Tuesday and Wednesday. No, I think it's just because we finished East 10 recently, that leaves some space open to have a new game there, a new game for me to stream. Preferably, it's going to be a game that me and April can play together and she would enjoy watching. So look forward to that poll tomorrow, and I guess I'll leave it a surprise as to what it's going to be about. But I do have 2 games in mind that are going to be on the poll. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I'm tired. Sorry. Yep, tomorrow I'm going to be working that night, so I won't be streaming tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday. I work on the weekends at night, so, I won't see you guys until Monday night. And that will be more Genshin Impact as to when I'm going to be playing more No Man's Sky. That's going to be Thursday, again, around the same time as right now. So No Man's Sky every Thursday between the hours of 5 p.m. and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want more of this expedition, make sure to tune in then. As for today's expedition, wasn't that bad. It was pretty simple, a good way to start, but had its challenges. And I definitely recommend people play a little bit of the main game before trying this expedition, because it is a little bit difficult to start with. It's got some very difficult planets to start out on, and I really don't know how a new player would probably be able to handle the type of stuff that I witnessed today. I'm just glad I'm a veteran and I knew what to do. I'm sure anybody else who was playing was probably like, I don't like these robots, destroy them, and then they keep on coming and they get worse and worse, and it gets pretty difficult really fast. So I definitely don't recommend starting a fight with the Sentinels. You're starting a brand new game, so you're going to be the weakest you can be. And B, it's really a never-ending battle. Once you get through the 5th wave, it's finally over, but that's not easy to do, especially with a brand new character, But yeah, I'm going to get to bed. I hope you all have a great day and or night. And I wish you all luck this weekend. Try and stay safe. Try and stay sane. Try and get some sleep. I know I will. You all have a great weekend. And I will see you Monday. Sleep easy, everybody. Good night.